delighted to be called. And by chance, I'm currently reading an excellent book on Churchill called Walking with Destiny by Andrew Roberts. I am absolutely gripped. Mr. Roberts' recounts how listening to the great man's speeches on the radio in occupied countries during the war was punishable by death. Mr. Robertson goes on, and I quote, "Yet still people listen because he could provide that one thing that tortured populations needed more than anything else, hope. Hope, optimism, courage, a will to stand up and take on the odds. It grieves me to say, Madam Deputy Speaker, that for many months the good people of this country, whether they live in England, Scotland, Wales or Northern Ireland, have been force-fed an hourly depressant that has left them compliant and mute. Outside the home, we are watched, warned, fined and arrested, and not just by the police who, to be fair, are applying the law. Don't get me wrong, our political jailers are well-intended, but as is so often the case, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Ministers, browbeaten by statistics, an apprehensive NHS, and an acquiescent Europe feel obliged to tag along. As we end this second lockdown, it is not surprising that the infection rate has dropped. It did last time, and then it rose again. No doubt our 5-day Christmas reprieve will see another spike. But we know this virus well enough to learn to live with it. Under pressure from the MPs, the government has chosen to soften its stance with future votes and sunset clauses. While these are welcome, I cannot vote to see more of my hard-pressed constituents move from independence to universal credit and all the other appalling consequences that befall those who lose not just their businesses and their jobs, but their pride, Madam Deputy Speaker. We are being lured into tears like a child to the dentist with the promise of better things to come. Of course, I welcome the news that we might soon have not one but 3 vaccines that will combat the virus. But until one or all 3 are proven to work, we must simply stop digging a hole that we're going to find it hard to get out of. There is no loss of face, honour or shame in having a rethink. For while we pontificate in here, the country drowns under wave after wave of economic ruin, sadness and desperation. It shocks me how easily this dark mantle has alighted on our shoulders. There should be choices, but not the states, Madam Deputy Speaker. Ask yourself this question: has our Pride Island ever surrendered to the Grim Reaper before? The answer is no.